You want to move your life forward in the most positive way using astrology? Then let's talk about the astrological patterns for March 2015. We have a lot to talk about for March. The astrology is extremely dynamic. We begin the month with Venus and Mars traveling through the sign Aries. Now you have to remember that Mars is very powerful in the sign Aries because that's the sign that it rules. So our social energy and the way we need to take action is going to be very blunt, direct, to the point, and perhaps even have an edge of impatience, which actually, when you compare that to how the energy was in February, I think it's going to be a welcome relief, because in February, Venus and Mars were in Pisces, and that got a bit mushy towards the end. People were complaining that they didn't have the normal level of motivation. March presents enormous motivation, high energy, and that drive to move something forward. Now, a word of caution: that strong Aries energy with Venus and Mars may also heighten a little bit of frustration and anger, grouchiness, or in-your-face confrontive energy. So that's the word to the wise, to pay attention to how you use this energy, maybe get in some more exercise and breathe deep. So we have that high warrior backdrop energy for the entire month. Venus will move into Taurus mid-month, and that will change that social energy a little bit. It makes Venus very strong because it rules the sign Taurus. Okay, now on March 5th, we have a full moon in Virgo. Now, what I like about this particular full moon is that it's highly organized. I mean, the drive of energy is to clean something, organize something, get your house feng shuied, start a new diet routine, eat healthy food, exercise, all those sorts of things. So use that full moon in Virgo to get your life organized, and that Venus and Mars energy in Aries will help you with that. And then all of this leads to the final Uranus and Pluto square in mid-March. On March 16th, it'll be exact. Now, they've been dancing around each other for a couple of years. Mars and Pluto have been making contact several times, but this is the final exact square. They're going to continue, these two dynamic planets will continue to be close to each other for another year or so. But this is a pressure point building for the middle of March, and Mars will be in Aries, sitting right next to Uranus at that time. So what this is highlighting is this special need to bring this revolutionary energy forward. We'll probably see some things happening in politics or in the news or in our own lives for wanting to move something forward. Tensions may be a bit high. I'm hoping that we keep peacefulness in the world, but honestly, I tend to think we're going to see some agitation. The other thing that happens in the middle part of March, right around that same time as the Uranus-Pluto exact square, is that Saturn turns retrograde in Sagittarius. And I've been writing in my newsletters and posting on Facebook the fact that Saturn in Sagittarius is highlighting religious issues, because Sagittarius rules religion. And we've had all these issues happening with terrorism and talks about when we should or should not mention religion. It's been a lot of energy in this area. So as Saturn goes retrograde, we're going to work on that some more. It'll be a time to internalize it and maybe get clear on this issue. And then to top off the month, as if we didn't have enough already, there is an eclipse, a new moon eclipse on the 20th. Now it's at 29 degrees Pisces, and I'm going to be talking about that in my new moon video, so pay attention to it. But that is a very special eclipse at a critical degree in Pisces. So to summarize the astrological patterns for March, just remember, Mars will be transiting Aries for the entire month. Venus will be in Aries for the first half of the month and then switch to Taurus. So that first half of the month is particularly dynamic. It's also highlighted by the fact that mid-month we have Uranus and Pluto square, we have Saturn going retrograde, and we have Mars conjuncting the Uranus-Pluto square. That mid-month time frame is extremely dynamic. Use it well. And then this all leads to that big eclipse at 29 degrees Pisces on the 20th. So March is a month where you need to remember the only thing you can control is the way you think You can control your own thoughts and your reactions and channel all of this dynamic energy as positively as you can. Move your life forward, because the astrology is certainly there to help you. Thank you. I'm Kathy Rose.